Alright, so I got asked to do a survival related video. So I'm going to show you guys my bug out bag, which if you don't know what a bug out bag, by the way I look like shit, I haven't taken a shower yet today. Today I basically just hung out Sunday after Halloween. But yeah. Anyways, so I'm basically just going to go over the kind of shit that I have for survival gear and what I have in my bug out bag. And again, what a bug out bag basically is a backpack or something like that that you would just basically, in an emergency situation, apocalypse bullshit, that you would just grab this bag and it would have basically everything you need to survive for a period of time. Now, I'm not like a doomsday prepper, I know this isn't like the best bug out bag. I'm sure there's thousands and if not millions of videos on the internet with bug out bags that will make mine look like a fucking, I don't even know, shit you buy from the store or something. But as far as survival kits go, when I do get my own car eventually, I will have a fully stocked survival kit in the trunk at all times. I definitely plan on doing that. I believe everyone should have that. Are you going to get in a situation where you're going to have to live in the woods for a month? Probably not, but if your car breaks down, it'll have shit like flares in it and extra blankets and clothing and boots and things like that. Shovel, but that's another video when I get a car, finally. I don't know how soon that will be, but eventually when I do get a car or a vehicle, I'm not going to get a truck, I hate trucks. But whenever I get my vehicle, I will do a video about that too. So anyways, we're going to go over first. I'm going to show you guys the stuff that I don't keep in the bag itself, but I have, and that I just, actually this shirt just goes in this because I don't keep this in the bag either. But I usually carry on my belt if I go in the woods. Like I have woods by my house, and sometimes I go in there and just make shelters or make fires or catch frogs and eat them in there sometimes when I'm bored, or crayfish or whatever. So I'm just going to show you the shit I don't keep in the bag, and then I'll show you the stuff I do keep in the bag. So we'll start off with the SOG Safari machete. I got this for like $16 or $20 at Walmart. It's pretty decent. I sharpened it right away pretty much, and I kind of ruined the edge. Not as good as it used to be, but it's still pretty good. It has a pretty effective saw on it. I've used it to cut wood before, and machete is pretty good. You can see though, it's bent from Kyle, the black kid that's been in my videos before. He was chopping something and he went like that and it bent it, so. But I mean, it's pretty decent. It has a little pommel on it. By the way, this is probably going to be quite a long video, so just, I know, I think your name is Cypher, I believe, but you seem like you're I don't want to call you a fan, but you're a very active subscriber. You comment on like every video I upload lately, which is great. I love it. Thank you for that. I have 5,000 subscribers, but only get like maybe 100 or 200 views on my videos now, which sucks, having that many subscribers and not having to be active. But anyways, next up, and this is if you're gonna get one knife for a survival kit, my very first suggestion would probably be one of the Moras. I would say go to spend the $60 and get the Frost Mora with the Swedish Light My Fire fire striker. And I don't have that. Maybe one day I'll get it. But basically, it will have this, but it'll also have a Light My Fire, which is some of the best ferrocerium rods built right onto the sheath, and it's pretty awesome. But this is the Mora. I'm not sure actually what this one is. It doesn't say, but this is carbon steel. I sharpened this one on the Work Sharp, so it doesn't have a factory edge. None of my survival knives actually have a factory edge on them. I kind of stupidly sharpened them all. But anyways, it has wax on it because I used it to cut a candle. But anyways, this is a Mora. Again, if you don't know, if you're going to get into survival and survival knives, this would be the first one I suggest, is get some type of a Mora. They're just great knives. This was like $16 or $17, maybe $20 at most, and it is probably one of the best knives I've ever owned in my life, especially one of the best fixed blades. It comes ridiculously sharp. Like I've had before and tried to cut things with like one of the other knives and it didn't work, and I just took this out and just like butter. These things just come insanely sharp because of that Scandinavian grind. And I'll make a video another time probably talking about different knife grinds and different steels and stuff, but this is a high carbon steel. Which the cool thing about that is if you can find a rock that is sharp enough, you can throw sparks. You can take it like this and hold the rock and throw sparks off of it and light char cloth, and I'll talk about that later. So that's the Mora, one of the Moras I have, and I'll get into the bag, in a minute. Like I said, this is going to be a pretty long video. Well, we'll continue with knives. This is the Bear Grylls Ultimate Folding Scout Knife. which has lint in it. This is mine actually. I bought, and this might actually have a factory edge on it now that I think of it. I think it does. Maybe not, because the serrations are pretty different than they were. They're not very serrated anymore, but this is a great little knife. This is probably this is the first, one of the first folding knives I ever got, and one of the things that started my collection, and I have about 50 to 60 knives, maybe a little bit more or less. But this is a great little knife. I'm not going to do like a full review on each one of them on this video, but if you see a knife in this video that any of you guys want me to review, comment below right now, and I'll do a full review on whatever knife you see in the video and you want me to do a review on. But yeah, so again, right now the stuff that's on this side of the table that I'm showing isn't stuff that I actually keep in the bag, but when I typically go in the woods, I have this stuff on me for the most part. Besides, well, I'll talk about that in a minute because it's redundant. I already have a mag bar in the bag, but I have an extra mag bar that I keep in my room. Up next, well, actually we'll go back to the folders, is the Les Stroud's Ultimate folding knife. I don't believe this has a factory edge on it. I think I sharpened this in the Work Sharp. As far as what I like between the two of them, I'm going to have to give it to this one. I've EDC'd this one longer, I guess. Well, actually I guess I EDC'd them both for the same amount of time. And it's probably too late because this happened about in the summer around then. But unfortunately, this should have a ferro rod on the back of this, but as you can see, mine snapped. And, I didn't abuse the thing. I wasn't chopping at it. I just, one day I went to throw a spark and it happened. But I mean, yeah, I guess I can still throw little sparks off of it. And yes, I know I just used my blade for that, but don't worry, I'll strap it up and I'm not really worried about it. That's a big controversy in the survival world, is to use the blade of your knife to throw sparks on a mag bar or a ferrocerium rod. Everyone says, a lot of people say don't have to do it, but because I have that Work Sharp, I'm confident I can get a perfect edge on this again after. Even with a stone, I can get a pretty good edge. But yeah, it does have the little divot cut out on it, if you can see it right there, for striking it. And a lot of people say, take a file and scrape the coating off, but it really doesn't make that big of a difference, but I did it anyways. Next up will be the Les Stroud's Ultimate Fixed Blade. Now, I don't keep this in the bag itself, but like I said, whenever I do go in the woods, I always have this on my belt. Always. And compared to the Bear Grylls Ultimate Knife, at least the original, this is the original Bear Grylls Ultimate Knife. There's the fine edge version, which I would have preferred. And then there's also the pro version, which I actually asked for, but my dad couldn't find it, so he just got me that. I got that for Christmas last year. So, not being ungrateful whatsoever, I'm still appreciative of it. It's not a big deal if you couldn't find it, you couldn't find it, whatever. At least I got a Bear Grylls knife that I wanted. So anyways, this is the Les Stroud's Ultimate Fixed Blade. It comes with a survival guide in the back, Les Stroud's little guide, and a little case, which you can also put probably a thing of Strike Anywhere matches maybe in there. Maybe not. But, that's another video. But you can put some, I don't know, fish hooks or something in there. The knife itself comes out like that. It's mostly fine edge and then partially serrations, which these serrations are pretty nice. It has a full tang design, steel forest nylon pommel or some bullshit. It's 440 high something steel, I think. As you can see, the coating scraped off a little bit from usage, but whatever. This is the video I used in the Stone Sharpie tutorial. I don't remember if I took it to the Work Sharp after. I might have, but it's still pretty damn sharp, I think. The sheath itself has a signal mirror, so you can, flash planes. As you can see, it's flashing on the table right there, reflecting off my TV, the light from the TV, but you can flash people if you're in a survival situation. It has a little LED flashlight. Oh, there you go. It's pretty damn bright. Also has a whistle. Not gonna blow it too loud because my mom has a headache and she's upstairs. On this side it has a fire striker. It does pretty good sparks. And don't worry, I'm not worried about doing that in my house. Like, I've done that in front of people and they're like, oh, you can light your carpet on fire. It's like, no. It has to be really loose stuff to light it. It's not going to light the carpet on fire. Don't worry about it. It also has a little compartment which you can put tinder. I have to put more in there, but usually I put like cotton balls and stuff in there. Right here is a built-in, and I like it, the fact that it's not carbon, because a lot of these things have carbon sharpeners, and that's bad. but it has a ceramic sharpener to keep your knife sharp. It comes with nylon cord. It is not paracord, which we'll talk about later. But I took that off. First I put fishing line around it. Then I put, I think, thin string, and then I put paracord. I'm not going to unravel it because it was a pain in the ass to get it to tie, stay. And again, this video is probably going to be like half an hour, almost 45 minutes. So I'm probably definitely going to have to go to my neighbors and upload it since they have FiOS. So they get like a, I think they pay 20 to 25 up, and I get like a, so I got 25 up, 25 down, or maybe it's 50-50 or something like that. And I get like a, maybe a 1 upload speed, so it's going to take like 5 hours to upload a 20-30 minute video. Next up is this little, I think it's a, I don't know, but basically this thing, hold on, I'm going to have to hold the camera to do this because it's going to fall. Basically you squeeze it and then push down. It's like a, basically it's just a ferro rod with a striker, but instead of going like that and risking hitting your tinder, but if you're supposed to, I'll show you later. But basically, it's just another fire starter, and I keep this in the drawer upstairs with all my other knives. Then I have another, just a magnesium bar, which this, you scrape off the magnesium with your knife, or whatever, and then you throw the spark into there, and yeah. Then I got the Bear Grylls Ultimate Fire Striker, the original one, which I just realized the whistle's about to fall off, but it comes with a pretty loud whistle, and a little drawstring, so you can keep this around your wrist, or strapped to your pack. Comes with a little compartment back here. I'm not going to take it off because it's kind of hard to get off, but it has a compartment for tinder, which is waterproof. The thing itself is here. Hold on. It does some pretty good sparks too. And yeah, this thing's pretty cool. So yeah, let's continue. So, this is the stuff I actually keep in the bag or on the bag at all times. This is the Bear Grylls Ultimate Fixed Blade, the original. And this also comes with, which I don't even know if it's in there. Well, I don't think it's in there anymore. I can't tell. Maybe it is. But this comes with a, his Priority Survival that you can put in this little pouch, which isn't very useful because it's very tight and hard to get to. But I know on the Pro version of the knife, they improved this pouch a lot. There's actually a little string that you can pull, and it will pull the guide out right for you, so it's pretty cool. And I'm pretty sure that one's MOLLE compatible because this one isn't. I don't know that the Les Stroud one is. Doesn't look like it is either. But it does have these things so you can tie a string through it, or whatever. But that's not really important. So the knife itself has 2 straps, and then a, you know, it's not going to come out even without the straps, but it has a little. Actually, you're not supposed to do this bottom strap, just the strap one, sorry about that. And then a friction lock system. And you can see this knife is a little bit heavier. It also has a pommel, half plain edge, half serrations. Has a little uncoated spot for the fire striker, which we'll show in a second. Again. The fire striker works pretty well, as you can see. Then this one comes apart like this, and it has a pre-angled flat stone, so you take it and just basically keep the knife flat and kind of sharpen your knife. It's a diamond sharpener, and the cool thing is that you can use it for other knives too, which you can also do for the Les Stroud. They fit in that spot. Some of them might be too big or whatever to fit there. But this is pre-angled, can't speak, specifically for the Ultimate Les Stroud knife. And this is pre-angled specifically for the Bear Grylls knife. So I thought that's pretty cool that they did angle them already for their knives. Next up is, I usually keep on the back of the backpack, which I'll show you in a second, is the Les Stroud's Ultimate Survival Hatchet, which is pretty nice. You know, just a hatchet. It also has a chisel feature and a hammer feature, which I've used, and they both work pretty well. And it also has a, not very useful, but a ceramic pommel, so I wouldn't suggest using it. I believe this is full tang, And one thing I like about all the Les Stroud knives and anything in his lineup, his multi-tool, his even his folded knife, his Arctic survival knife, his desert ultimate knife, which is the one I showed you, all of them come with some type of fire striker. His survival saws, survival machete, all come with a fire striker, which is very cool because that's important. And then it also has a thing, and as you can see, this right here has the coating on it. This notch is right there. You can see this coating on it, and as you can see, it's still throwing sparks, you know, without a problem. So that big argument that you should scrape the coating off is invalid, just proven there that, you know, it really doesn't matter. You know, like I said, it doesn't matter. The coating doesn't make that big of a difference. One thing I will point out is that I did rip a hole in the sheath, putting the knife in, or the machete, or the axe in right here. Again, I might have to write less and see if they can send me a replacement sheath and a replacement ferro rod for the knife. But that's another video. So, let's get to the backpack itself. First, let's zip it up. So usually what I do is I strap, this is actually a skateboarding backpack, so I strap the machete, or the axe, back over here. But let's start off with the first compartment. There's this little like opening thing, there's nothing in there. There's this top pocket here, which I usually keep mag bar and some cotton tinder, and also some fish hooks I made out of soda can tabs, which if you guys want a video how to do that, let me know. So in this front compartment here, I keep most of my fire stuff and a couple other things. I have some just popsicle sticks that I found in my basement. This is just some twine. It was from some kind of a string, and you can use that as tinder, I guess. But I got popsicle sticks. I figured I could use as kindling, so you can basically take like a few of these and just put them on top and get the fire going and get some coals. And this little thing is char cloth, which I can make another video about that. That's where you can take a carbon knife and throw a spark into it and get that to light, or you can just use a ferro rod or something. I have a plastic bag with a bunch of cotton balls and some matches. They're not waterproof, they're just regular paper matches. I got a sharpening puck, an axe puck that I bought for my axe in particular, but you can use this as a flat stone too, and you can use it to sharpen knives or whatever. I got another bag with cotton balls in it and a Q-tip. I guess if I have dirty ears, I can clean it. No, I'm just kidding. This bag is basically used still because it doesn't seal. The Q-tip is you can pull the cotton tops off of it. Here's some just more random string. It never hurts to have string in there, even if it's not very good. It's just a shoelace and a piece of a shirt. What else? Some more pieces of shirt, which I used. That's what I used to make the charcoal out of. Some more matches. This also has char cloth in it, I believe. Yep. Little piece of char cloth, you can see it there. This here is also a mag bar, like I showed you earlier. This is the one I actually have in there. It has the striker and scraper that comes with it, and then a little like knife thing. It comes out like that I use to actually scrape most of the stuff off. A little bit of hand sanitizer, which you can use to clean wounds and sanitize your hands, and it also can be used as a fire striker, or starter, I mean. Just a pre-angled shitty ass $5, $3, whatever it was, sharpener. I don't really suggest using these types because they're pre-angled and the carbide's bad for your knives, but it has ceramic side which you can use just to, you know, give a nice little touch up and bring its edge back if it needs it. That's basically it for that. And this got a little, this actually was part of my other mag bar. But yeah. What else? I got the Leatherman Sidekick multi-tool, because I believe a multi-tool is a good part of a survival kit. With has spring-loaded pliers in it, and here it has a can/bottle opener, a little ruler/file, a little serrated knife, which is very, very sharp, On this side it has 2 screwdrivers, a flathead and a Phillips head. On the outside it has a saw that locks, which is important that it locks, I guess. And then a regular blade. Then I have just a cheap Herb Phillipson's knife, which is this. A lot of times what I use for the mag bar, I use it to get my shavings and then strike with. But I also use this as my frog killer because I don't want to dirty my other knife. This is another Bear Grylls Ultimate folder that I got from a guy that used to work at my work. He gave it to me, and I took the serrations off of it with the work sharp and put a new edge on it, and it's really sharp, and it's basically like a fine edge version. I just keep that in there. You know, it's never going to hurt to have an extra blade in there. And that's it for the front compartment. I'll put everything back in there later, I guess. Let's get to the main thing. So, again, this isn't like a professionally done thing. This kind of shit I threw in there. Here's a fire building thing that actually that my grandpa gave me. It came with, because he gave us a bunch of old shit when he got rid of his fireplace. He got like a fake one that has just a switch to turn it on, like electric one, basically, kind of deal. I don't know what it's really called, but this is like a wood coal burning guy. I figured it'd be not gonna take up too much space. I can throw it in there. I got a Mylar blanket, which is kind of just thrown in there. I don't know why I took it out of the packaging one night. I just kind of felt like seeing what it was like. Some napkins that I can use. You can use those for fire starting or as a napkin itself. Some gloves, which you can see I burned myself picking something hot up one time with them. I got the Bear Grylls Ultimate Compact Parang. This thing's pretty nice. No factory edge on it, but that's has like a machete type of deal in there. I got a wasabi pea container, which I can use to carry water in. I can use it to boil water in and cook stuff in, like I cooked crawfish in there before. And it has a lid, which is cool. So this way, if you store water in it, you can carry water. I also have a pair of these gloves here. What else? I have another Mora. This is the original Mora. Mora Classic number 2. This thing is ridiculously sharp. I sharpened this in the work sharp as well. But again, high carbon steel. One of my favorite knives. This is not full tang. Unfortunately, I don't think any Moras come in full tang, which basically means right here, basically the metal stops, is where the blade stops. The rest of this is just wood. Full tang would mean the metal goes all the way to the bottom of the handle, which makes it stronger in most cases, but I still have never had any problems with it. I've batoned with these before and never had a problem. Just some more napkins I threw in there. Again, you can use this field dressing, a little bit of nail polish / rubbing alcohol that can use as a disinfectant. It would sting like a bitch, but it will clean a wound, and it can also be used for starting fire. I got an old kite string that I just threw in here. Just cordage, you can use as snares, I guess. I got pieces of hanger that you can use to sharpen into points and use as spokes for spears. Again, that's just a string. I got a couple soda cans that I cut the tops out of. You can use to cook stuff in and boil water in. I got the Bear Grylls compact fixed blade. This is pretty nice, pretty sharp. It has a pommel. I made like a little cheap lanyard thing. I've EDC'd this for a while. It's pretty nice. That's the only fixed blade I've ever EDC'd besides the neck knives. I got some Strike Anywhere matches, which I'm actually going to put in the front pocket now. I got this container here, which just has a bunch of wood shavings I made, feather sticking, and I just put them all in there. That can be used as good tinder, and it should be pretty much watertight. Yeah. Pause you guys for a second. Alright guys, we're back. I just paused because my mom was coming down to the kitchen. She's not feeling good, so she was coughing and stuff. I didn't want that to be in the background. More napkin. This is just an old shirt that I cut myself one time in the woods. I stabbed myself in the hand. I was with the this Mora I was trying to cut a piece of wood and I poked through and stabbed myself in the hand, so I used that as a field dressing, you know, cut a piece off and tied it around my hand. I got a old belt, and it has a bunch of old like bark that I put in there on it. I got a piece of tubing from a bike that you can put this in the fire and blow ashes or coals into flames without going and blowing them all over the place. This also can be used as a straw. I actually just stole that exact idea from watching Spider-Man, because I've been watching that again recently. I'll go on a thing where I'll just watch an entire series and then, you know, be bored with it. I got a little saw that I got when I was a kid. It's like a little toy, but I just figured it's so small I can throw it in there. Why not? Here's just some wire from the brake cabling of that. You can use that to make, you know, snares or whatever you want with it. Old socks and pieces of old underwear and clothing and shit. I got just some bootlaces, I believe. Yeah, these are for my boots. This is one of the guides, I believe, from the what's it called? Lansky block sharpening system. I figured I can use that as a spear type of thing. I can sharpen that at this point. Couple ties for like bread. I don't know what you can really use those for, but I mean maybe to find something that you don't really need super tight. Plastic bag. More old pieces of hanger again. Another old belt. There's another couple socks in there and some other things like old clothing. Just I don't want to take it out because it will make a mess because of all the old. I took a really fluffy bark and threw that in there a long time ago. This is like you're supposed to take this and put it on the top of a soda can, and it's supposed to make it resealable. But as you can see, they don't fit. These are like from the dollar store. So I took fishing wire and wrapped it around there. Keep that, you know, binded. This here has a bunch of hooks I made out of, again, soda tab tops, and I can make a video how to do those, I guess. If you guys want me to, just comment, let me know. What else is in here? Jesus. A pair of binoculars. You know. Some type of piece of metal or wire, whatever. There's all this fluffy ass, like, tinder shit. You can see it, I think. Yeah, there you go. You saw it there. I don't really know what that's useful for. I just kind of threw the old bark in there and just left it there. This is a old prescription bottle from my Adderalls, which also has wood shavings in it and cotton balls for, you know, lighting fires, obviously. I got a pen in here in case I have to write something down or make a map. Don't think I have any paper in there though, so it's kind of pointless to have the pen. This juicy fruit container has some yarn, thread or whatever, has a couple needles, some lip balm which can be used for your lips obviously, and also has fire extenders, starters. It has some of these little alcohol pads which are great for setting fire. You throw a spark on these, they'll light up nice and fine. It has a bobby pin in there. I have some toothpicks in there. What else I got in here? Oh, wind up flashlight / radio. This one's important is paracord. I believe this is really cool stuff. Paracord is basically can hold 550 pounds. Well, real 550 cord can. It'll be able to hold 550 pounds suspended from it because I don't remember exactly the ratio. There's 7 inner strands, and then there's the outer thing. I believe the outer thing can hold 100 pounds, or 200 pounds or something like that, and the inner strands can hold 50 or 100 or something. I don't remember, but basically, it's really good cordage and it's cheap. You can get this. I think this whole thing costs like $3 for a big bundle of it, 100 feet of it. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's my bug out bag. There's, like I said, just old underwear and socks stuff, but I can use those as binding, or you can use them to make char cloth or whatever. It's just a piece of shoelace, boot string, or something. I don't remember. It's just basically any little piece of rope I'll throw in there just whenever I have them, because it doesn't take any space up and it's not hard to have it in there. So, I hope you guys like this video. Again, if you guys want more survival videos, let me know. And again, I'm sorry that this video is like 30-something minutes long. But yeah, that's basically my bug out bag, and that's it. So I'll see you guys next time. Joy Kong 94 out.